Hey, so there was a let up in the rain, thank God. I was able to get out, get the site vaguely clear, get the tarp up, and actually start working. So you can see here, I've got some metal on my wall. Oh my God. I have one flashing. Annoyingly, these normally go on after the build when you're cladding it, but my cladding has to go on before I build the building, which is just a nightmare, and it's why this is a vaguely interesting series and why I'm bothering doing it, because it's actually a tight gap and I haven't seen many people talking about this. There's a 22mm gap here, vaguely. It's just the metal wants to sit closer there. So that's going to be fun when I come to put the other wall on. That is because of the gap, again. So what I have to do with this wall is leave this much, right, the depth of this wall, overhanging. And then when I stand up the wall, I stand it up, and then I slide it in there. And that will slot in behind this flashing. And that will keep everything nice and watertight, and keep the building well clad. As you can see, I missed on quite a few of the screws. What was this? What's this, Adam? Miles out. I think I just chucked an extra one in there. Can't really be sure why, but you can see, like, it is deathly hard to get these exactly right. I have a stick here, a stick which is now broken. But it wasn't working anyway, with cut marks on it just showing me where how far up they should be. They seem to be fine, and then pen marks for how far in, so I could just quickly switch it around. You can see here what I've done. I've stood the wall back up for a good reason, and that good reason is drilling a bunch of holes. So I've just driven myself a bunch of holes. I just scratched on the back with a ruler, metal ruler, to give me my exact spot that I'm putting them in, and go from there. You can see where the screws bridge the gap, and you might be able to see down there, who knows. But yeah, now that I've got these reference holes on there, and I know exactly where the window is, I'm going to lay the wall back down, and then I'll cut it out using the circular saw, and then I'll stand the wall back up, and then I'll be able to screw and nail it down to the floor, because I won't be laying it down ever again. That'll be this first wall done. And that's really my goal for this weekend. It was my goal for today, but I don't think I'm going to have time. So this is how it looks at the minute. It's a nice little cross section, you can see. See if I can get the camera in where my hand won't go. Yeah, you can see it's really not that accurate. It doesn't have to be pretty, so I'm not measuring them, and that's probably why I've missed with so many. But I just don't care. This cladding is not going anywhere. It's not going to be experiencing high winds. It's not out in the open. It's got a wall right next to it, a brick wall. And then this one is going to be the same story. This one, I'll probably do a little bit more accurately and cleanly, because obviously all it's got there is a fence. Fence could rot away over time, and I wouldn't even know about it. And obviously with it being a fence, it's not providing nearly as much security and stability as the wall would. That's about it. I've also cleared away some of the pea grit. Oh, actually, this is a good demonstration. So you can see there's a nice air gap under the whole building. What I'm using to secure them on is I think it's 125 anthracite tech screws, and then I've got stitcher screws for where the metal meets. Also invested in a tool belt. So good, though I am still spreading out all over the place. And obviously these, right, they got one nick on them already, and that's where I got stuck in a tech screw. Do not touch a piece of metal without these. You can see on the back of that one where it went straight through, cut me. There's another couple of cuts. It looks harmless, this metal is razor fucking sharp on the edges. I'm not exaggerating. The cut on the back of my hand is quite bad. Got a tiny one there. Yeah, do yourself a favour. Get F-rated. They're cheap. These were a tenner and they're fantastic. But you can get ones for a £5 that are also F-rated. The bigger the number on the cut resistance, letter, F being, I think, pretty much the best, the better. And then the other A6, I think that's how much freedom you have with them. And like I said, these were a tenner. Like, they're not expensive, but my God, your hands are irreplaceable, yeah? You use them to make your money, and take care of your family, so, you know, protect them. So yeah, that's where we're at. I'm going to go for lunch, because it's getting quite late. It's like 2 o'clock now. My poor family's waited for me. Stupid move. But yeah, so that's where we're at. When I come back, I'll cut out the window, get the other piece on. I'll probably take a couple of pictures, and stand her straight up, so you won't see it laying down ever again. But hopefully on the next one, you know, I'll be able to stick the phone round here, and you'll see a complete wall. Yeah, boy. Yeah, very happy. Feeling quite proud of myself, and accomplished, which is a great feeling. So, thank you very much for watching. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Thank you for continuing on with this. Seriously, chuck them down in the comments if you've got anything that you would like to know, or if there's anything that you reckon you would like to see that I'm not showing you. You know, like shots and things like that. Like if you want to see under it, or, you know my thoughts about rodent control, stuff like that. What the hell is this giant pile of mess? What are you going to do with it all? What are all of these pieces of metal? Because there's 10 pieces of flashing just for a roof which has 4 sides and 2 for the uprights. Like, so why would there be so many pieces, right? These are all things that you might need to know if you want to put together a metal roof on yours instead of doing EDPM, which comes with a whole set of its own issues, so I'm glad I've evaded those. Why are you using 22 thick wall? Who knows, right? Hit me up. Totally willing to chat. You know, this is more about showing people the snags they're going to come up against, and the silly fucking mistakes that I make. Case in point. The extra holes where I've messed things up, I've just put an extra stitcher screw in there just to plug the gap. So you might see like clusters of a few screws, which looks really unprofessional. But hey, like, yeah, I missed twice, so I just chucked some stitcher screws in, because they've got washers on them, waterproof washers. So yeah, I'm going to risk going for lunch. Hopefully it doesn't belt it down, because I'm going to leave my stuff out here. And that is all she wrote. Cheers.